My understanding is that we need to focus on both debiasing humans as much as we do need to think about debiasing technology and systems, and working on both fronts will enable us to create a fairer understanding of how search works, but how we also relate to each other and the world that we live in.
I believe there's three things brand needs to do. One is being courageous, second, being experimental, and third is, this is in today's economy and also social unrest, and this is the time to destroy to create, meaning you have to unlearn everything you do and in order to create a new thinking.
My key takeaways from the session today were really to ensure that we listen, that we've got a diverse set of voices that are impacting everything that we do, and we stop and we listen and we learn and we try to do better each and every day.
One of the things that I think is important as we attack bias in the industry and in all the different areas is what we've really come together on, which is that we have a lot of human work to do, a lot of technological work to do, and these will be a combination as we not only increase brand value to the center point, but also our community value, our cultural collaborations value as we move ahead.
I think the biggest takeaway for me is we've talked a lot about how important it is, to fight the human biases before we get to technology. But I think the biggest takeaway for me has been how that work starts with ourselves. Before we think about changing our teams and changing our clients, our brands, and the work that we're doing, I think it starts with ourselves, the people here on this panel. I think even just being a part of this conversation has helped me think about a bunch of different ways that maybe I hadn't been thinking about, that we could be fighting these biases and things that we have to do. So I think that's the biggest takeaway is before we think about how to, change the world, our teams, our clients, and pushing them there, I think that work starts with us as individuals.
I have the easiest one because I'm last, and I agree with everything that everyone else has said, right? It really starts to coming down to untackling the human bias before we can fix everything else. I think the biggest thing for a brand, as we talked about as a key takeaway here, is we have to unstrip our brands and understand the biases in our brands and have the courage to start even breaking category biases when we look at the products that we're selling and where we're selling them.